Next, we're going to go over some panning effects that we can do. I have a synth right here. Let's see what it sounds like. Now, right now, it's mono. Let's play around with it and make it more stereo. One thing we can do in a DAW is add some pan automation. Go to our pencil tool and just draw it in. Or we could draw lines. Or we could use some of these shapes here, like triangle waves, in grid mode, and draw it in. Or eighth notes. Or 16th notes. Or we could choose a different shape, like a square wave. Now this differs in that the sound doesn't pan slowly from left to right. It only chooses left or right, nothing in between. Or eighth notes. Or 16th notes. We could also choose random. Now, besides using automation, we can also use plugins to automatically pan things. Let's try a plugin called Auto Pan. And we can manually change how fast it pans from left to right. Or we could link it to tempo right here. And again, we can choose triangle or a square wave. Another choice I like is this one right here, ramp. What that does is instead of going from left to right and back to left, it just goes from left to right. Or vice versa, right to left. And we can also do sine wave, which is slightly different from triangle, in that it goes a little slower when it gets to the sides. So that's auto panning. So another thing I want to show you is an effect called the Leslie effect, or rotating speaker effect. That's based on this thing right here. It's basically an amplifier for an organ, has a bass speaker and a treble speaker that's separated with a crossover. And they rotate to create a special effect. Very similar to a Doppler effect, which is when a car drives by. Notice how it doesn't just sound louder and softer. It actually affects the pitch and the EQ, but putting an organ through it creates that special effect because the horn actually spins around. So if we put a microphone on this side and pan them left and right, we create a stereo effect. So with an organ, it sounds like this. going back and forth slowly. We can switch it to fast. And you can see on the meter right here, it's going back and forth from left to right. Now with the Leslie effect, it was created for an organ, but we're not limited to just using it for organs. I have a guitar over here, playing arpeggios. We can run that guitar through that same effect. Now, there's another plugin that does it even better than running it through that organ right over here. So let's hear it with one of my favorite presets. And again, watch this meter. You can see how it's left to right, although you can also hear it. And we could also add a tremolo effect to it. It's a pretty cool effect. So those are some plugins we can use to create stereo effects for mono tracks. In the next video, I'm going to show you some other ways of making mono tracks sound more stereo.